Hey, what's up, and welcome back to Interpreting the Stars, where today I'm moving right along and covering yet another film from 2021 Fantasia Fest, and this one's called The Righteous. The Righteous ultimately follows an ex-priest while he mourns for the recent loss of his daughter when a mysterious stranger shows up at his front door making an incredibly strange request, leading this priest to believe the wrath of God is upon him. So, throughout covering all these Fantasia films, The Righteous was always the one that intrigued me the most, and that mostly had to do with the marketing and promotional images surrounding it. They were always the first thing that I saw when I logged into my Fantasia account, and it was finally screened and I was given the opportunity to check it out. And this one's quite a bit different, but different in a good way. First and foremost, it is made very well. It's one of those black and white films, so you never know if they're doing that just because they want to pay more attention to the art of film than the story. But in this case, in the case of The Righteous, both the art and the story are absolutely great. The visuals in a lot of black and white films are important specifically in how they deal with lighting and shadow. And there was a few moments in this film that I can tell they were doing a lot of that. So, silhouette stuff, lights that turn to shadow during more dramatic scenes, stuff like that. And it looks fantastic. The cinematography, likewise, is great. The acting by everybody constantly impressed me as well, which, not a huge surprise. The cast list in this film is one of the best I've seen so far in Fantasia all around. But honestly, what's the most standout here is the script. This is a very dialogue-rich film. Majority of what happens in this film is just these two guys talking back and forth. And I won't dive too much into what they're actually talking about here, but it's of an ethical and moral design. And because the film is also sort of a slow-burning thriller, you don't really know who this mysterious stranger is at the beginning. And there's, a bit of a slow start before you do, but even the slow start has tension building, especially because the priest's strange behavior towards this young man is a little bit concerning. Also, this is the type of film that lets the audience kind of decide on what's actually happening. You can take it at face value and that would be fine, but the film also subtly offers you an alternate idea of what's really happening. And I feel like you have to be paying really close attention to it in order to sense that. But if you've seen the movie, let me know if you know what I'm talking about here. What about some negatives? Well, honestly, most of my negatives won't be coming from my technical, unbiased part of the score, since I actually think it's a very, very well made. Instead, it'll mostly come from my bias, which is that, I had a good time with it overall, but it's nothing that I plan to be rewatching anytime in the future. It all depends on who you are, though, and what types of film you prefer to watch, if you'll end up enjoying it overall. Let's go ahead and break down my final score. From an unbiased level, like I said, it is made really, really well. Great acting, great mysterious characters with hidden histories, great writing for the dialogue, the visuals and cinematography are on point. It's just a great looking and well written film overall. This score is 82%. My bias score, just how I felt about the film overall, is a little bit lower because I don't think I was personally in the target audience all that much, but even so, I still had a blast and a half watching it, and I'm looking forward to seeing what others think about it as well when more reviews start popping up. When we combine these two scores together, we come to the final rating of 78%, 78 out of 100 possible stars, or a B letter grade. Guys, have you seen The Righteous? If you have, let me know your thoughts on it in the comment section down below. If you haven't seen it yet, are you looking forward to watching it? And as for YouTube, you guys know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe button, and bell to be notified when I come out with my next review. And until then, peace out.
Dave examines movies we just watch for fun. Davey is the expert. He is the number